Only she didn't want to know, because she knows you'll topple at the first fence.
Is this true, Daphne?
Oh, it was a ridiculous wager, Giles. My stake involved spending an evening with Mr. Tyler in a public house. Can you imagine?
Well, surely, Daphne. I mean, that's academic. Unless you think I'm...
Oh, no, Giles. I didn't mean... Now, look what you've done.
Oh, dear. Have I undermined your confidence, Giles? I am sorry.
The bet's on, Mr. Tyler. Prepare to cremate your crocodile. Oh, and it won't be necessary for you to jump off the post office tower.
You're very kind.
Because I'll push you.
And number 16, madam, Giles Herbert Bradshaw.
Herbert, shh. That means his initials are GHB, which is a bad start because it's an anagram for GBH.
Are you legally represented?
I shall be conducting my own vigorous defence.
And you are Giles Herbert Bradshaw of 17 Hillgrove Road, Chiswick?
I am he, although it's Major Giles Herbert Bradshaw, actually.
The case against you is that on April the 22nd, the police entered your premises and discovered stolen property. Now, this is a serious offence.
Yes, it certainly is.
And you have the right to be tried here or in the Crown Court. But I must warn you, should you choose to be tried here in the Magistrates' Court, and should the magistrates wish to impose a sentence which is higher than they are able to impose, they can send you to Crown Court for sentence.
Could be a long stretch in Parkhurst, Daphne.
How do you wish to be tried?
In this court.
And to this charge, you plead guilty or not guilty?
Emphatically not guilty.
Oh, stroll on.
Quiet, please.
Mr. Tyler, this is a court of law. If you can't behave yourself...
Excuse me, could the lady in the black and white hat please stop talking? Yes, you. This is a court of law, and if you can't behave yourself...
Oh, I do apologise, Your Worship. Actually, it's French Navy.
Now, I have taken a certain amount of pride over the years in showing that the name Giles Bradshaw is nothing less than synonymous with law and order. So you can imagine the scale of my horror when I discovered that certain goods that I bought in good faith, were, in fact, well, I can hardly bring myself to speak the word, it's so alien to me, stolen.
Can you explain why your allegiance to law and order didn't impel you to remain in London in order to facilitate police inquiries?
Well, my mind was in turmoil, Sergeant. I was in the deepest possible state of shock. Because you see, the fact that those goods were stolen meant that I had consorted unwittingly with, well, again, I can hardly say the words, a criminal element.
Talk about a wriggling worm.
For goodness sake, Mr. Tyler.
I won't warn you again, madam.
You say you bought these goods in a car boot sale.
You have my word as an officer and a gentleman.
And a right, Herbert.
And you paid £500 for them.
Yes?
Were you aware that the goods in question have a value in excess of £4,000?
Absolutely not. They simply struck me as being a very reasonable bargain.
Do you seriously expect this court to believe that you weren't remotely suspicious about their origin?
I don't like your tone, Sergeant.
I do.
I find it insulting, pejorative, and totally unacceptable.
Please answer the question, Major Bradshaw. Were you not at all suspicious of the origin of these goods?
Your Worship, we really must try to put this in the context of the sort of man I am. A man who has devoted his life to the unrelenting pursuit of honesty. Now, call me naive if you will, but I always assumed that others pursued that same ideal, and, well, it grieves me beyond words to have my illusions about human nature so abruptly shattered.
I trust those tears are of mirth.
Now, obviously, it is a sad but true fact of life that the goods were stolen. But, and it is a big but, I didn't know they were stolen when I purchased them. How could I? Your Worship, the very bedrock of my defence hinges upon that big but. Indeed, I venture to suggest that it is one of the most significant crucial and pivotal big butts in the long and glorious annals of British justice. And if ever there was a man more sinned against than sinning, that man was me.
No more questions, Your Worship.
You may return to your seat, Major Bradshaw. The court will retire.
To throw up, I should imagine.
Court rise.
Oh, you were magnificent, Giles, magnificent.
Well, I like to think I established a certain rapport with the bench. Of course, it helps, you know, that we're all educated people.
Well, most of us.
My only regret is that I never took up advocacy for a living.
Oh, you'd have made a fine barrister.
Well, I like to think so because, well, quite frankly, I was rather pleased with my performance.
Well, I shouldn't be, because you're going to be sewing mailbags well into the next century.
Court rise.
Giles Herbert Bradshaw, we find you guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon?
Is anything known?
1 prior conviction for receiving, Your Worship, and 4 for business fraud.
No.
These relate to Bradshaw Guaranteed Cavity Foam Insulation, Bradshaw Solar Heating International, Bradshaw Worldwide Double Glazing, and the Bradshaw Get-Rich-Quick Guide to Property Speculation.
Major Bradshaw, is there anything you wish to say before sentence is passed?
There certainly is, because I have a whole host of mitigating circumstances. I'd like to begin with my unhappy childhood, which was indescribably worse than Oliver Twist's. Did your father, or yours, forget your 4th, 6th, and 9th birthday? Mine. I mean, were you mercilessly bullied to within an inch of your life at prep school? I was. Did you, or you, have an agonizing boil that matron cruelly lanced without any sympathy or anesthetic? I did. I mean, were you, so... Let's see what we got.
Well. Alone at last.
Please go away and leave me alone.
Don't tell me what to do, you knackered old witch.
What do you want?
I want to empty this over your naffing head.
No. Hey, allow me. I'll do it. Could have been worse, mate. Could have been a tomato. No, I'll pitch.
Thank you.
Funny old world, isn't it, Dan? People giving each other a bad time for no reason. That kid, he was about to treat you like he'd treat me. Doesn't make sense, does it, when you think about it?
I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore.
What do you think of this place?
Oh, it's indescribably nicer than I imagined. I love the river.
And you'd be pleased to hear there's no crocodiles in it. Hey, listen to this song. You've got a friend. Says it all, doesn't it? And you're looking at the bloke who put it on the jukebox. I hope it was 10p well spent.
Play it again, sir.
It's the ups and downs of police work next on UK Gold with Juliet Bravo.